Hello there, album enjoyers.
Dearest album enjoyers, we speak to you now very briefly to quickly plug the Enjoy an Album Patreon, aka Becoming an Ultra.
We are plugging Becoming an Ultra. Not the things that you get by being an Ultra, we are plugging the experience of becoming an Ultra.
If that's not the number one reason to become an Ultra, I don't know what is. No. It's just £5 per month. If you've ever listened to this podcast and thought, I like these fellas, I enjoy listening to their 4 free hours of content that they put out every month, I would like to purchase them a pint or a coffee one time. This is a way of doing that. But you get exclusive content in return.
You get exclusive content in return. You get full episodes on albums such as...
recently we did Grimes
Visions, Ed Sheeran's Divide.
Yes, we did Anoni and the Johnsons. We did the Pogues.
And the Pogues.
We did
Rum Sodomy and the Lash by the Pogues.
The Foo Fighters.
Yeah, that was a sad one.
We did Idols. Black Country New Road.
Yeah.
Also,
Ants from Up Here.
You would have access to the Edinburgh Fringe Enjoy an Album live show.
We done a live show at Monkey Barrel Comedy Club. We fucking ripped it and shipped it. People were saying that's...
People were saying it's one of the best things they've ever seen in their lives, including The Godfather. They said it was better than The Godfather.
People actually did say that it was the funniest thing they'd seen at the Fringe, and they weren't even fucking worms, never mind ultras. They were just like, that was really funny.
Yeah, like...
They didn't even like us as people, and they went, that was funny.
Yeah.
Which is mental.
Yeah, so get on that. You also get ad-free experience.
Some of my biggest enemies have said that that's the best thing I've ever seen.
Barack Obama himself was in the audience. Chris, that was... let me be clear. That was a fantastic live show.
Let me be clear. I hate you. But that's funny.
Zane Lowe has watched it twice.
Zane Lowe, he played it on his... He played the whole live episode.
He dropped it twice in a row.
Just like Barack Obama dropped bombs on various countries.
That was a fantastic live show. So you also get episodes a day early, and you get exclusive access to tickets for live shows when they do go on sale.
Ad-free experience. You don't have to hear this shite.
This shite every goddamn week, and we forget to do a new one every month. So sometimes it's 3 months of the same advert.
Yep.
This has probably gone on long enough. You understand what I'm saying. Become an Ultra today. Patreon.com/enjoy an album. Link in bio.
Just be sound and do it. Welcome to another episode of Enjoy an Album. It's a special episode. It's
Christmas.
It's Christmas.
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas.
Driving home for Christmas.
Welcome to Enjoy an Album. I'm going to ask our lovely, sexy producer, Chris Torben, if he can put, sometimes the Christmas specials, they just put like sleigh bells. That's not our tune, is it?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, right.
You kind of done the end of it there, though, and rather than the start.
Yeah. But with the clink, 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 clink of the sleigh bells are ringing for Christmas time. Merry Christmas, one and all. We put out a sort of slightly earlier Christmas episode, I guess. It's December
It's November.
The first week. Well, now it is, but when we're releasing it's the first week of December. But that's to allow people to fully envelop the Christmas season.
Liam if you was worried that if we put a Christmas episode closer to Christmas, the listener would have heard too much Christmas stuff and have Christmas fatigue.
I'm just catering for the Grinches out there, of which there are many. Some people hate Christmas. What's your current feelings? Mine, it kind of oscillates. It changes throughout the year. It oscillates. It goes round and round.
Oscillates wildly.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm like, fucking, I can't be arsed with this, and then it starts. And then I get Christmas fever.
Like every year it oscillates? Or like during the year it oscillates?
I reckon. Well, I don't really think about Christmas much in like June. So I can't speak to that.
I can't speak to that.
I can't and I won't.
I can't speak to that.
Okay, so don't try and tell me to speak to that because I won't. But when it comes to... I used to have a hard and fast rule. No.
The Harlem Fast rule?
The Harlem Fast rule. A hard and fast rule that no decorations till deck first. Right? But now...
I'm going to shock you.
As I'm like, it's not... At time of recording, it's not quite December. I'm thinking, let's just get the tree up.
Yeah.
Let's just get it up. And... What?
I just think it's fucked to put it up any other time than 12 days before and 12 days
12
after.
days before?
12th of December, the tree goes up.
You Grinch.
12 years after.
Oh, the boy who stole Christmas. That's you. Stole it away from all the blessed children.
Well, my girlfriend loves Christmas because Christmas is for women,
and you with
children, and paedophiles. Ergo, what one are you?
Well,
are you a woman? Are you a child? Or are you a paedophile? Because that's the only three people who are allowed to enjoy.
The Holy Trinity of Christmas. I believe that's what it's all
Literally,
about.
God, Jesus, and the Holy Ghost.
So which one of those are you saying as a paedophile?
Holy Ghost.
Okay.
Shag Mary when she was like 14.
Yeah, okay, that's fucked up.
Yeah. God is a woman. Jesus is a baby. The Holy Ghost a paedophile.
Wow. Do you know what? I don't even think you expected that theory to be so watertight so quickly.
I've thought it through.
So do you really not put any decorations up before the 12 days?
No, well, Sam disagrees with me. She's from Australia and they have different rules, I guess.
They play cricket on Christmas Day in Australia. Yeah. And they have Christmas.
Oh, he's just wearing a pair of thongs.
They have Christmas salads because it's so hot, because it's obviously the middle of summer.
So if anybody had a salad in my house for the whole month of December.
Or any other month.
Yeah. The whole family would just commit mass suicide.
Video viewers will see we have Christmased up the place a little bit. I have brought in, this little Santa lives on top of my Christmas tree. Mm-hmm. And my dog
shags it.
Despises this thing.
The opposite.
Bertie sits and growls at this thing. Once a day, she will go and she will just sit and she will stare at the top of the tree menacingly, as if to say, let me kill this fucking Santa.
I think she's right.
I will tear him shreds, limb from limb.
Your little Portuguese street dog.
Spanish. Thank you.
Do you think that maybe a Spanish man dressed like that abused her when she was a puppy and now she's...
I don't know if you've been in the south of Spain at Christmas time, but this is how they all dress. They wear big...
tartan trench coats with fur line.
Capes, and they carry red velvet bags of gifts, and they have big beards, and they shout Feliz Navidad.
And now I see that this rope is to tie up his sack. I thought that he was some kind of racist hangman, a postie leader, walking around with a rope for any kind
that's
of
the sort
Spanish
of thing I would
dogs.
put on my. That's what I would put on a Christmas tree. That's what
I just wouldn't rule out that maybe some elderly Scottish guy in the south of Spain probably attacked your dog when she was a baby, and now she's afraid of people who are dressed like that. I think it's kind of fucked up that you put that exact abuser on top of your tree every year.
Well, she has to learn. Just to know her place in the family at the bottom of the food chain.
Welcome to Enjoy an Album.
We should briefly chat about the Enjoy an Album live show, which we're so super excited about. Is coming up on the 17th of March, aka St. Patrick's Day. Speaking of fucking old men with big white beards.
Is that who he was?
I'm talking about my Uncle Patrick.
Oh, right, okay. Who will be making an appearance at the show.
He'll be there.
Unasked for.
Hello, lads. I'm here to talk about the Ramones. No, he won't be there, for he is fictional. But we are going to have all the ultras, all the worms in one room. We've got big plans for the night. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Big plans for the month.
And if hint. And if you're like, I don't live in Glasgow or commutable place from there, fear not. Both I and Chris are doing separate solo ventures, other parts of the country throughout the new year. Chris is going to be at the Soho Theatre. And
I forgot. I was like, what are you talking about?
Yes. And I'm going a big nationwide tour with my Last Friend show. So
including a run.
And then I'm going to do a run as well, which you can sponsor.
Including a run at the Soho Theatre.
Oh, including a run at the Soho Theatre, yes, of course. Yeah. So please come to that. We love it when the ultras and the worms come along.
Liam's doing every major town. You're doing Southampton.
Yeah, every major town, starting with Southampton. And I believe that covers everything that we need to say. If you're going to Southampton, think about where else I'm going. Everywhere.
Where else are you going?
Liverpool, Manchester, Edinburgh, Glasgow, Newcastle, Bristol, Cambridge, Brighton, London. There's probably one I've forgotten. Birmingham.
Oh, these are all good places. Southampton's good.
Well, fuck's sake. With apologies to the people of Southampton for Chris burping through the title of your esteemed town.
I like Southampton when I went.
Well, why are you belching when we're saying it then? Listen, those are all the plugs. This is a Christmas ep. We're talking about Michael Buble, aka Mickey Bubbles. Enjoy the episode. A Merry Christmas. Feliz Navidad. No belching.
Feliz Navidad.
Hey, are your pubes too hairy? Do you need help with that?
Your groin too hairlicious. Hairsuit.
Is there too much of a positive environment for crabs and lice?
Too much fuzz on your coos.
When you get undressed in front of someone you wish to have a sexual time with, are you embarrassed by the state of your nether regions?
Having an examination done by a doctor and you're self-conscious about how hairy your balls and bits are.
Us too. What a shame there's no solution for this kind of problem.
No, wait, there is.
What?
Manscaped.
Oh my God, what is that? Tell me more.
Not manscaping, not manscaper, Manscaped.
Only a stupid person would have called it that by accident 10 times in a row.
Yes.
I need an idiot.
It's the below the belt grooming experience. It's not blade free, it's blade full.
It's bladeful.
It's cut free. You won't
It's
cut
cut free.
I'm literally closing my eyes in the shower in the fucking rain coming down. I shower in the rain and I'm just not even looking, just buzzing.
If you do look, there's a little handy torch which highlights where you're about to trim. Which, yes.
I've never used the torch. That's cool.
Yeah, it's
attached to the
the
lawnmower.
Yeah, there's a light that comes on that shows you exactly where you're trimming.
You can do it in the dark with your eyes closed, and you still hit the mark.
You can do it dark with your eyes closed in the shower. It's waterproof. You can charge it using USB-C, so you can unplug your phone if you've got a USB-C, plug it straight into your pube trimmer. You're ready to go. You're on a train. Please only use these
your phone's
plug
up to
sockets
75%
for phones, laptops, and pube trimmers.
That's why they have that sign. Don't do that. But what you should
Sometimes I go into a coffee shop and I sit near a plug socket and I plug my lawnmower in so that I could jump into the bathroom, keep it fresh all times. I never want to see a single hair on my balls, otherwise I cry.
Yeah, I've got a cock like a dolphin.
It's
grey.
Grey and endangered.
Just if you want a funny gift for someone, or
It's not funny.
It's not funny.
It's
fucking
useful.
Serious.
Enjoy an album. No, what's the code again? Manscaped
Album
20. God almighty.
You get 20% off.
Can you believe we get paid for this? Album 20 for % off your first purchase and ongoing purchases, I think.
If you don't have a cock and balls, you can do it on other stuff, but it's mainly made for the cock and balls.
It's got the word man in the title, let's be honest.
Let's not get into that topic, man, but hey, it's good.
It's good stuff.
The pants are good.
And the underwear, the anti-chafing material is to die for. That's album 20. Don't die for it. Enjoy. Thank you. Bye.
You're listening to Enjoy an Album, the podcast where two comedians listen to some of the greatest albums of all time.
Michael Bublé's Yuletide collection takes some of the season's most popular songs and invests them with his own personal seal of companionship. He promises a swinging holiday full of big band sass. With Shania Twain, he tips his hat to the Drifters arrangement of White Christmas, while the Papuni Sisters... Is that what they're called?
The Pupinis.
The Papuni Sisters?
Pupini, not Pupuni.
The Papuni?
The Pupini sisters. It's Italian, you fucking
Wait, the
reprobate.
Papuni. The
Pupini.
Papini Sisters help bring a touch of the Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy. Oh my God. I cannot believe I said that first time. Cold reading. While the Papuni Sisters... How did I fuck up Papuni Sisters, but then
The
manage
Pupini.
Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy?
I don't know.
That's Jules Holland, isn't it? The Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Buble.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Pupini sisters.
And Tyler, etc., etc. The cover of Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas Is You" takes some chutzpah, but it's a gift that keeps on giving. It's Christmas here on Enjoy an Album. We're discussing the King of Christmas. He has been released from his cryogenic chamber.
Cryogenic?
What's it called? What's it?
Cryogenic?
Cryogenic.
Cryogenic is when it's powered by Billy Cyrus, I think.
Or Miley.
Or Miley.
His cryogenic... Oh, I can't speak at all today. I don't know what's going on.
Popini.
I'm gonna cryo if you keep correcting
Sorry.
my pronunciations, though. We're talking about Michael Buble this week, the king of the boobs. What
A lot of people struggled with his surname when he came on the scene.
did they call him? Bublé.
We had to go on talk shows and go, it's Bublé. It's Bublé.
Hey, sure, it's Buble. Sure, he's Canadian, isn't he? Which I learnt this week.
Where'd you think he was from?
America.
Oh.
Greenland.
If you told me he was from like Sussex, I wouldn't be that surprised.
Well, I've never really given him that much thought. So when doing the research, aka skimming his Wikipedia page, I had no real ideas. So he could have easily been like from Surrey or somewhere for sure. But I think I did know he was American. Maybe I've seen him. I mean, you've just quoted him being on a talk show that you've obviously seen with a North American accent. So
yeah,
it's Bublé.
I think also former producer Coben Melange spoke at length about him once.
Right.
Shout out to we brought Bublé up once because you took umbrage with one of the songs that's on this record.
We slagged him off for his no homo version of Santa Baby,
which, having listened to it this week, is actually so much more egregious.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But I did. He has come up on the podcast before in mocking tones for being a big fucking freak,
for being ashamed to want to suck Santa's dong.
Yeah, exactly. Just suck him off.
Suck that cock.
So, are you a fan of Michael Bublé prior to this week? Have you listened to him much?
Have I ever listened to him?
Have you ever sat down and opened up Spotify and went, "It's Bublé time"?
What I do is I rifle through my record collection in the box.
Right, Los Campesinos, not today. The Smiths, not really feeling that. LCD Sound System, my feeling on this band has changed. Hold on.
Yeah. Here
he is, Michael Bublé. I just haven't met you yet. That's the vibe I'm in. How often does that happen in your life? How many Michael Bublé vinyls have you got?
Zero. Unfortunately, zero.
Wow.
I've never came across one in a shop though.
You know, I actually wonder how many people have Michael Bublé vinyls. I'm gonna say the Venn diagram of vinyl purchasers and Bublé heads is just two very far away separate circles.
But vinyls became so mainstream in the last couple of years though, hasn't it?
But has it come... There's mainstream and then there's mum stream.
Mum stream. That's good.
And is Bublé surfing down the mum stream?
He's on the mum stream for sure.
And then a mum's
Who else is on the mum stream?
And a mum's buying vinyl. That's what I want to ask.
I bought Roscoe a Meatloaf record in Morrison's.
Roscoe's a mum.
No, but
he's a single mum.
So no, I'm not saying Roscoe's a single mum. That is really not on. But who else do you think is on the mum stream? Who's the mumcore? It's not mumblecore, it's mumcore.
Bands that mums like. Well, Mumford & Sons, obviously.
Shut the fuck up. Don't make me tap the no word play aloud sign.
Stupid question gets a stupid answer.
It's not stupid. I would say Daniel Powter.
Yes. Plain White Tees.
Who did they sing? What did they
sing?
Hey
there, Delilah.
That's not mumcore, that's daughtercore.
What are daughters if not the mums of tomorrow?
Yeah, sure. That's a good point, actually.
So it's interesting that we say this because
Simply Red's mumcore.
My first girlfriend when I was in secondary school. And I don't want to be unkind about it. She's a very nice person, but we were just.
What was her full name?
I'm not going to tell you the full name.
Okay.
We were slightly mismatched. I think we were together a long time, and there was enough there for us to be with each other. But looking back,
touch each other.
What?
Touch each other, kiss each other.
Sure, but you know, I mean, personality-wise, there was obviously enough. But looking back, it feels like a very odd match because you know, I was reading Milan Kundera, The Unbearable Lightness of Being, and listening to the Smiths.
Yep.
And she was reading P.S. I Love You and listening to Michael Bublé.
Right.
She was a big Bublé head. She was absolutely fucking crazy for Bublé. So my relationship with Bublé started then as a sort of like the most basic, like the lowest grade sort of musical endeavor.
I think it's almost kind of pure for somebody not to try and base their personality off the music they listen to, though, compared to somebody like yourself.
Well,
or like
for
myself,
sure.
who's
Listen,
like,
I'm not saying
I
that
like
I
cool bands,
still
so I'm
think
cool.
that now. I'm not. I was but a 16-year-old boy, just beginning my musical journey through the
pretentious art.
Absolutely. And so that was. I'm just telling you, that was my first sort of interaction with the boobs.
I kissed some basic girls when I was a teenager.
Yes.
People who liked Nickelback, people who liked the plain white tees, people who liked things of that nature. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. So since then, he's kind of been partitioned as king of the basics. And I mean, that's what mumcore is, really, isn't it? It's Emily
Maybe.
Sandé is mumcore.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Emily, but
And
she's
do you know what?
she's a friend.
And there's some mumcore that is still like music that I would like. Like I would describe Florence as mumcore. Do you know why I say that?
Why?
Because
Your
my mum likes
the
Florence
Machine.
and the Machine. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's good.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Do you always think there's an argument to be said about how so much labour done by mum, unpaid for labour?
Unpaid 8-hour labour.
Yeah. The amount of work that a mum does in addition to a job sometimes,
Yeah, of course.
don't have enough time to go on Pitchfork and check out what's hip.
We are not.
Listen to Animal Collective.
I would like to say there is no disrespect to the mumcore genre. You know, we're not having a go. We're just naming them.
Right.
We're just formulating an idea about a genre.
Is mumcore the same as milfcore?
No.
What do milfs listen to?
MILFs. But the thing about MILFs is that they listen to music that a teenager might also listen to, thus making them more MILFy. You know? You hear them listening, like, oh my God, that MILF's listening to Nirvana. Do you know what I mean?
Moana?
No, Nirvana. That MILF's listening to Moana. That's my goal. Whoa, that MILF is singing Disney. Merry Christmas, one and all.
Sorry. I don't know what milfs listen to. I don't know about it.
Well, do you know what though? I would say MILFs would not listen to Michael Bublé.
No way.
He's a bit too, cockless.
That's probably the big difference between the crooners of the past
Yeah.
and the crooners of the future.
The crooners of the past fucked.
Yeah.
Big time. They were like involved with like gangsters.
Mm-hmm.
They smoked and they drank and they womanized. Whereas your modern day crooner, your Mickey Bubbles,
Yeah.
he is much more. Well, he's mumcore. He is much more acceptable.
There is a fetishization of the past by retro acts like Michael Bublé that is fascistic in nature.
Fascistic.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Because like
we're calling Michael Bublé cockless and a fascist.
I'm not saying he's a fascist, I'm just saying his art is fascist because it's inherently make
You think it's conservative?
music great again.
Right. Okay.
Conservative art is all about traditional stuff. It's like, yeah, let's get back to when things were better, like the 50s, and you're like, oh, what about civil rights in the 50s? And they're like,
Right. Yeah.
It's an retro aesthetics are inherently fucking fascistic mode.
Doesn't all art borrow from the past in some way? But I guess with
Even futuristic art looks back at fucking retrofuturism.
But I guess with the intention of modernizing it and trying to do something new, where Michael Bublé doesn't really want to do anything new with his art, he just wants to recreate the past. I think you're right. I think he is a fascist.
It's a fake image of the past because you look at the Rat Pack and they had their issues,
Yeah.
but they had a black friend.
Rats,
they
mainly.
had Sammy Davis Jr. in it.
Yep.
I've never seen Michael Bublé photographed next to a black person.
I mean,
Doesn't have many black friends.
Come on.
I've not seen any. I've been googling them for a week.
No, you haven't. You've not Googled Michael Bublé with a black person. Please tell me that's not the truth.
Get it up.
I'm not gonna. I'm not. That is not going anywhere near my search history. Do not Google it. Well, let's move on. We're gonna do now. I'll tell you this. I was so sure that we were dealing with a big posh freak.
Really?
Whoa, that
Secret pie show, secret pie show.
No,
You do it
let's do
fast,
Michael
and it
Bublé.
feels like
Secret pie show, secret pie show. You do it fast and it feels like nacho. He's got money, oh, he's got Dutch, bro. It's a secret pie show. Ba-dum, bum, 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 ba. I was so sure I was dealing with a big posh freak here. Do you know what I mean? That look back into the. You can just imagine like some plummy voiced little son of a like CIA operative.
yeah.
Learning how to sing in a certain way because he's had opera teachers or whatever since he was a little boy. No creative spark behind his eyes.
Yeah.
Just singing Frank Sinatra songs.
It is music for the people, though. Do you know? Like, posh people don't like crooning and metal. It's working class art form.
Yeah, crooning and metal. Those are the two main. That's what they mainly sang during the Blitz, I think.
No, but you look at the history of working class music and you're looking at fucking white music, at least. Although, you know, Italian people in the 50s were kind of seen as POC, I believe, you know.
So, okay. I mean, either way, I was expecting a little rich kid.
Money.
His dad, Louis Buble,
Louis Boo.
Lubu the First, was a fisherman.
Wow.
I mean, that's about as working class a trade as you can get.
You don't even have a... People say, oh, you work outdoors, you don't even have a roof. That's working class, but sometimes you don't even have a... You've got a floor and that's all a boat. Is this a floor?
Just a little
raft.
A floating floor.
Yeah.
His mum, Amber Buble, Amber Buble, was a homemaker.
Like I was saying.
She made homes for a living.
She's a carpenter.
Construction worker.
Yeah.
And he went to... He's from Burnaby in British
BC.
Columbia.
Rough.
And he went to a place called Caribou High School. So,
Caribou. That's a band, isn't it? That's a wee guy.
So yes, it's an electronic guy. He has an amazing song that I can't do without. It's one of my favourite electronic songs of the last few years. Can't do without.
Note that down for the playlist.
I can't do without you, 'cause you're the only one I ever want. The Caribou High School Wikipedia page simply reads, the smallest high school in Burnaby.
Oh, good.
That's it.
Yeah.
There's no other information. No crests, no demographics, no
Is it
grades.
small because it's, smaller class sizes?
No, it's small
Electoral
because
building.
it's a tiny building for, he's not from a rich area at all.
Aristocracy. He's not from aristocracy.
No, son of a fisherman. He worked on the fisherman boats himself.
Wow.
I'm going to read this quote. From the age of 15, Bublé spent 6 years working during the summer as a commercial fisherman with his father and crewmates. He called the experience the most deadly physical work I'll ever know in my lifetime. We'll be gone for 2, sometimes 3 months at a time. The experience of living and working among guys over twice my age taught me a lot about responsibility and what it means to be a man. I think that is a euphemism for they had porn.
They had porn?
On the boat. Do you know what I mean?
That's the responsibility, to provide porn for younger people.
What it means to be a man.
Oh,
You know?
look the other way.
3 months on the boat with just older boys. You can imagine they're sipping whiskey out of hip flasks, looking at the horizon,
Shagging fish.
shagging fish.
Probably just grab a fish and use it like that.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think a fisherman's ever done that? I'm not sure.
Big time.
That's what The Old Man and the Sea is really about.
I've not read it, but I think they cut the head off, take out the skeleton, and then...
Don't ever make that noise again. People have tuned in for a Christmas treat, and you're providing FX of a fish skeleton being fucked.
No, the opposite. A skeletonless fish being fucked. I'm not saying they fucked the skeleton. I'm saying they fucked the body when the skeleton comes out.
His first singing engagements were in nightclubs at the age of 16 and were facilitated by his Italian grandfather, who was a plumber.
Did you know about the fact that his fucking Italian grandfather would say, hey, I'll repair your blocked toilet, but you don't need to pay me. Just let my grandson go up and
You
sing.
should specify this was... There you go. The ghost of Michael Bublé's grandfather has come down to smite Christopher's books.
Smack my books about.
Smack
my books up.
Yeah.
By the Prodigy.
That is not how it happened. I went to nightclubs and I asked them to let Michael sing his beautiful songs. That was an Italian accent.
It was bad.
Yeah, Chris was going to put up the books.
I think maybe is Jing this a euphemism that he would sort out the bathroom problems for them?
What are euphemism for? Let them fuck his fish?
I think the
Let
granddad
them
was.
fuck my fish.
I think the granddad was dishing out suck jobs to
Christopher, what's going on with you today? You cannot say that Michael Bublé's grandfather sucked off a nightclub owner in order to get his grandson stage time.
Well, I think he goes, "Hey, do you need any bathroom work done?" And the guy goes, "Yeah, I'll show you what needs done." He goes in the bathroom, sucks his dick, and he gets up to sing. Do you not think so?
No, I don't think that happened.
Well, how likely is it that an old man comes into a bar and goes, "Oh, do you need? What's wrong with your bathroom? Oh, loads of stuff. Come and fix it."
Have you been to nightclub bathrooms? I think that's very likely.
Yeah, that's true. Actually,
They were always a mess. I once got nearly 2 things happened at the Picture House bathroom
BBC.
in Edinburgh.
Yeah,
It's now
the
Wetherspoons.
O2 Picture House.
First off, my friend Will, the former editor from the early days of this podcast, aka Eddie Ting,
Editing himself.
he got locked in the cubicle of that bathroom.
Why?
Why? Because the lock broke.
Right.
He went to use the cubicle. He's a cubicle peer. I hope he don't mind. I hope he won't mind me revealing that to the
Where do
world.
you think that comes from? I'm a cubicle peer as well.
Are you?
Until the age of 18, and then I changed.
Right, well, then you can answer. Where did it come from for
Just
you?
didn't like peeing next to people. I don't know if I got abused or something. But.
Or you don't know. But would it be for you a fear of people looking at your peen or fear of yourself looking at other people's peens?
Fear of looking at other people's
You're like worried. I don't want to be in the vicinity of these peens in case I
I
see
just
them.
don't want to offend anybody with how big my dick is.
Mm.
Or whatever.
I imagine that was
how
Will's
cool
issue.
my knees were. Or whatever.
Why are people saying your knees? If you're at a
Oh.
urinal, you're pulling your pants all the way down.
Right to the ankles.
That happened to me at Monkey Power recently. Did I tell you that?
Someone did that?
I opened. You know, there's that cubicle. There's a men's toilet and there's a women's toilet and then there's like a gender neutral cubicle in Monkey.
Yeah.
Yes. So I opened the door. Someone had left it unlocked, and there was a man peeing, but like old school style, with his jeans and pants pulled all the way down to his ankles, so I could see his bare ass.
Mm-hmm.
And I opened
Was
the
he
door.
lifted his jumper up to his nipples like that?
And he had one hand on one hip, and he just looked over his shoulder and he went, "Excuse me."
You're excused.
I think he wanted to be seen. Anyway,
100%, man. I can't stand people like that.
Eddie Ting got locked in the cubicle door, and I kicked the door in to let him out.
Nice.
One of the coolest things I've ever done. There was another time in that same toilet where this is actually a low point for me. I'll be honest. There was something. I think it was busy, big queue, so I just peed in the sink.
Mm-hmm.
Bad move in a nightclub. The bouncer came out and he was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah.
And I said, "Well, it was either pee in the sink or pee myself." And he went, "Okay."
That's cool.
And then he let me go.
Yeah, yeah.
Unbelievable.
I've got kicked out of bars for peeing in the sink.
Yeah, but that was during the day.
No, it
There were
was.
the people just sit there and the urinals weren't busy. That's
That
just a
was-
fetish you have.
No, it was night time. I was drunk. Let's just clarify that. I don't soberly daytime pee in sinks
So it turns out that Michael Bublé is a working class hero.
of sorts.
And we always discuss how finding out differences about people's upbringing changes our relationship with the music. And that happened to me. Now I know he's the son of a fisherman who just loved Frank Sinatra and had a velvet voice, and all his family got behind him. His grandfather was sucking off fucking Tony Soprano to give him some stage time. I'm like, do you know, he deserves everything he's got.
Can you do an impression of Tony Soprano? Lecturing.
I can't really do a Tony Soprano impression.
Oh, really, what is the nose, isn't it?
The nose.
You don't know a fucking thing.
Hey, Mickey. The Mickey Bubbles thing, right?
Uh-huh.
I remember that being a joke on Shooting Stars,
No offense.
where they said it was like a true or false. Michael Bublé's actual name is Mickey Bubbles, and it was like a funny thing. But he actually did use that name growing up
As a child star.
as a child entertainer.
I respect him for bringing back the ethnic surname as he tried to go for stardom. He could have been Michael Bubbles.
Mickey Bubbles.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's not serious enough though, Bubbles.
So I put on this album, really expecting to hate this week. I think I remember, was it this album that you asked me, do you want to listen to this for Christmas? And my response was, I do not want to listen to that.
Yeah, I think so.
And
you were really against it.
I opened Spotify. I typed in Michael Buble Christmas. I pressed play. And within moments, a Christmas miracle.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Well, Michael,
everywhere we go.
you're not wrong. The Christmas spirit has jumped inside my body, and now I feel festive AF.
Yeah.
And that's the power of his music.
It's the power of Christmas.
I've been Buble pilled.
Really? Just his Christmas stuff you like his other stuff?
Listen, I don't think he's good, but I enjoyed listening to it.
That's what matters. That's what counts.
Because I guess this is the first...
It's not how good is an album, do you know what I mean?
Because of the timing, this is like the first Christmas album I've listened to this year. First Christmassy music I've put
Because we
on.
recorded this halfway through November.
So it has transported me to Christmasville. And it could have been someone else, but this year it's him, and it feels good.
It's not.
Well, I know it's not. Of course. Let's talk about some
What
of the
songs do you like?
Speaking
Speaking of, let's fire up the old... we take a look at the album art and we decide if it is good or bad.
so let's have a look. This is
ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
so what we have here is Michael has a gift wrapped secretly behind his back, which he presumably is about to surprise someone with. And in what can only be described as
Coquettish.
a sort of Primark chic font is the word Michael Buble.
No,
Christmas.
that's next.
It is actually next. You're right. And so there is there's like snowflakes. I mean, it's just a Christmasified.
Do you think that's real snowflakes, or do you think somebody sat and went dot, 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 dot?
I think that's been done in post.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think that's a box of chocolates?
It's like a DVD.
What kind of square DVD?
A box set.
No DVD sets. The box sets came in that shaped box. It looks like a Thornton's box of chocolates.
You think it's chocolates?
Maybe. Yeah, I think so. Or it
Framed
could be
picture.
I actually, do you know what I think it is?
What?
I think it's some sexy lingerie in a fancy box.
No way.
I think Bublé is giving some hot suspenders and stockings to a MILF behind that door.
But he's not really. That's one of my issues with him as a crooner. Is he's not really got a cock and balls, does he?
No, but there's a suggestion. Look at the look on his face. He's checking. Is anyone going to see me give
Is
this
anybody
MILF this
gonna
lingerie?
No, he's not. He's saying, "I hope nobody sees me eat these chocolates." You know?
Yeah, that's about as
smoothie.
bad as he gets, really.
Yeah. I ate 10 chocolates last night. You know?
It's an incredibly basic album for an incredibly basic dude. So it's kind of perfect.
It does sum up him.
It understands the
This
assignment.
was the greatest selling Christmas album in Australia every year since it came out.
Listen, I'm living with two Australians, right? And
You would live with two? Yeah,
Yes.
you do actually, yeah.
and they're
And a Spanish
they're-
person.
a Spanish dog. Their attitudes toward Christmas are completely fucked.
Yeah.
So if this is the number one selling album in Christmas in Australia, it just speaks to their complete ignorance on the matter. They don't know fucking anything about Christmas.
What's wrong with it? Because of what you said in the intro?
Yes, they have salads for a start. They play cricket on Christmas Day.
Mm-hmm.
They can't have roast dinner because it's too hot.
What do they have?
Like fucking, I don't know, cucumbers. I've made that up.
Yeah, you made
Shrimps.
They don't eat shrimps.
They have barbecues.
Yeah, sausages.
They have a
You all about
sausage.
sausage sandwich on Christmas Day? Wrapped in bacon.
I have pigs in
Yeah,
blankets
that's what I meant.
without the bread. You ever have a sausage sandwich without the bread?
But wrapped in bacon.
But wrapped in bacon? Really yummy. I have
We call that a sausage sizzle.
I normally have pancakes for breakfast on Christmas morning. That's how I fuck.
Sam has pancakes every week. She has a pancake day.
Wow.
Yeah, she makes them herself.
This is the kind
She
of
doesn't wake me up for them.
like
give me any.
madness that an Australian
Yeah.
lives their life by. They
It's
have
actually-
pancakes every week. What kind of fucking world are they living in?
Perfect. Perfect world. I wish I was Australian and not a little dour Scottish freak. Imagine I was 6'2", bronze surfer, racist.
You wouldn't be funny.
I wouldn't be funny, but good-looking comedians fucking suck.
Let's talk about Santa Baby, which is on the actual Santa Baby Wikipedia page, which discusses the original version of the song, and then has another versions tab. It says Michael Bublé's version of Santa Baby is often cited as one of the worst Christmas songs of all time.
Because you were saying it's like Santa Buddy, and that's bad enough.
I should say, because we were called out after this clip, by the way. We were put on blast by a member of the public.
What'd they say?
Because I was saying, he doesn't say Santa Baby, he says Santa Buddy. And it's like, bro, just fucking grow up and call him baby. You're so scared of your own dick. Come on.
And they were saying what?
That if you put it on, the very first thing he says is Santa Baby, which is true.
Says it once.
He opens the song by saying Santa Baby, and then he says Santa Buddy. But even worse, he says Santa Pappy.
Pally.
He says Pappy and Pally.
What?
Yeah, he goes on and says Santa
Pappy, forget to mention one little thing. Cha-ching.
Yeah.
No, I don't mean as alone.
It is the most guy trying his hardest to be straight in a song I've ever heard.
Santa Pally, I
Santa
want a
Pally.
yacht, and really that's not a lot.
Do you know what else? There's something else which I think is worse, which I've now noticed as well. In the original version, the lady singing says she wants, I think it's a Corvette in light blue.
Mm-hmm.
And he has changed the words to a Corvette in steel blue. The very idea of a light blue colour, too homoerotic for this cockless fascist.
Do you know what? I was thinking about this, man.
Yeah.
He is a cockless fetishist.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this because my lips get really dry in winter.
Right.
So, don't know if I have it on me, but I got some Vaseline that's like citrus. And I opened it up and it was pink inside. And I was like, oh, God, I'm not a woman. But I put it on anyway and enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Then I saw Carmex. You ever heard of them?
Mm-hmm.
They have one that's called Lip Repair, and the logo's like metal studs on it, and it's like overnight lip repair. And it's like, you don't need to wear this during the day when people think you're gay. Just Carlex.
Your lips have been taking a hammering.
You've been running through forests in the dead of night.
You've been bashing your head against a hard brick surface. You've been chomping through steak all day. Your lips need to relax. May I suggest? Can I make a suggestion?
What?
Burt's Bees
Burt's Bees
with peppermint.
This week sponsored by Burt's Bees. What's that?
That's the numero uno lip balm
Is it
brand
for men?
in my house. It's for bees.
So no.
You ever seen a bee with chapped lips?
I guess not.
Shut the fuck up then.
Okay. Who's your favorite bee?
Beyonce.
Wow.
What else is bad on this? There's Ave Maria, in which he mispronounces all of the words in Latin, which is bad.
In Latin?
Yeah.
No, Dominic.
Yep.
Are you talking about like Spanish?
What?
You talking about Spanish?
There's Latin words in Ave
Is
Maria.
there?
Yes.
Like what?
Oh, I can't speak Latin. So
Okay.
I can't speak to that. He
I
also,
can't speak to that.
there's also Feliz Navidad,
Feliz Navidad.
one of the greatest Christmas songs ever. This is the thing with this album. None of these need a Michael Bublé version, really. You know, there's one or two where it works. You know, but
What works?
I think it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. It's fine.
I think anytime the Pupini sisters show up,
Anytime the Pupini sisters show up, you know it's about to go down.
you know it's shite.
I Pupini my pupansies.
Yeah, I know you did when you tried to pronounce it earlier on. You Pupini'd your fucking penis.
Like those ones that are a bit more Sinatra coded, he can get away with, you know? The actual old crooner stuff. When he tries to do anything else, when he tries to do Santa Baby or Feliz Navidad or Mariah Carey's All I Want For Christmas Is You. The thing about that song is Mariah sells it so well. It's a Mariah song. And yes, It's one of the newest entrants to the Christmas canon, but
Not really now. When did that come out?
in 96 or something. But it would
30 years ago.
right. Okay, how many canonized Christmas songs can you name since then?
Don't Let the Bells End.
Right, one.
The Elf soundtrack with Zoe Deschanel singing in the shower. Mind?
Right, two. So one of
The most recent.
one of the most recently canonized Christmas songs.
I'll agree with that.
But it's not canonized in the same way as your Silent Night or your Jingle Bells, where people just, they don't care who sings the original. It's a Mariah Carey song.
Yeah, yeah.
And this was in 2011. And Bubbles reckons he can out Christmas Mariah, Queen of Christmas.
He got away with it.
He's been getting away with it for too long.
I honestly stuck this on a lap. I sent you my setup. Maybe I can show the viewer. I don't know if it'll work.
It was pretty embarrassing.
What do you mean it was embarrassing?
You put on a video of a fire.
Yeah. No, there's on YouTube. The 10th anniversary version of this record is on YouTube as a video of a fire.
Who is putting that's on Netflix, isn't it? It's the
fire.
the crackling
It's nice.
fireplace. Did you put that on ever?
Cuddled up with Bay last night on the couch.
It's funny you should say that because that brings me to this week's
No!
YouTube comment of the week.
On his YouTube comment of the week.
This is from at KS Noz 2 years ago. The picture is of a
Kill
little.
self knows.
It's very funny that you should say that. And
I don't know.
their little avatar is a picture of a moped. And this was
Some odd.
This was a comment on one of Michael Bublé's Christmas covers, and it said, "Imagine sitting down in a beautiful new house. The fireplace is crackling along, next to your wife/husband, with her/his head on your shoulder.
Slashing people.
Your dog cuddles up to you. You take a sip of your coffee or tea. In front of you, a big window. Snow is falling. Everything is already white and calm. Christmas songs in the background. Life is good. Sometimes I really hate being single."
Fuck, man. What zero pussy does to a motherfucker.
My man is going through it. Sing alone.
Imagine I found Liam with Neil on YouTube. Do you know what I mean? Like your account. I went, what about you've commented recently? You're like,
Just painting the perfect Christmas scene and going, "But not me, I'm alone."
I have tea or coffee.
There was so much. I mean, this was a very inclusive comment, though. Next to your wife/husband with her/his head, coffee or tea.
Thank you to the YouTube community for being so inclusive.
Speaking out for everybody. That's good stuff. You have a YouTube comment yourself?
Yeah, I was on I actually, I liked listening to this record curled up with Bay, next to on the Lenovo gaming laptop. I had the fire roaring.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
With the hits of Bublé.
You were curled up with Bay on the sofa.
Me and Bay curled up, like the shell of a snail.
You and Bay curled one out.
We didn't shit next to each other listening to this. Could have. And then I was just kind of getting into the wider universe of Bublé. So I was listening to Home. Oh, let me go home.
Yep.
And there's a Christmas version of that.
Which is just bells over the top of it, is it?
There is bells over the top of it,
Yeah.
but then he also changed it to like, I'm going home for Christmas.
Right.
And the lights are different colors and stuff like that. But I was listening to the normal version of Just Haven't Met You Yet, which is about kind of very similar to the song by The National, where it goes, "You know I dreamed about you for 29 years, then I saw you." This is like the same thing.
Yes.
Where
The idea that the love of your life is out there somewhere and
you're just waiting. Just haven't met you yet. And then someone called Achilles Groiper 5 years ago on YouTube said, and it seems to be some kind of a Roman warrior is the avatar. It says, "Every time I hear this song, it makes me think about the first time I ever heard it. My parents were divorced and I lived with my mom. My dad left when I was 1, and this song made me want my mom to find someone, but she would say that she just hasn't met the right one yet. And every time she said it, and every time the verse comes, I break.
So was his mum saying it in the style of Michael Bublé?
Just haven't met you yet.
Mum, so, Dad left about 10 years ago and you've not really been... I think it's time for you to go out on the dating scene. What do you...
Cuddle one out and then see.
Cuddle one out next. I think you and Bay should be up on the couch together. I just haven't met him yet.
Just haven't met
Every time we
yet.
talk about your loneliness, Mum, we just sing Michael Bublé. Is there anything... I feel like you're, displacing your feelings a little bit.
Let me go home. Whoa.
We're not going home until the doctors are convinced that you know what year it is.
I watched that terrible YouTube documentary. I don't know if I can really...
About Mickey Bubbles?
Dan Wooten's a talking head. The GB News
He's
guy.
mega cancelled,
Yeah.
isn't he?
He's like cancelled from GB News.
Yeah, that's bad, isn't it? If GB News are cancelling you, then it's, time to have a long, hard look at yourself.
Look how orange his skin is, like as white as teeth are.
I
still look shit.
He's one of the only people who works in showbiz that I think is accessible enough to us that I don't mind calling an absolute fucking freak of nature.
Yeah.
we normally try to censor ourselves a little bit about people who we may meet or work with one day, but Dan Wooten can suck my dick.
I would love to do you know the scene in Driver where he's in the lift?
Drive.
Yep.
Driver's the
I'm
video
talking
game.
about the Drive,
Yeah.
Drive for the 3, the video game for the
Yeah,
PS2.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
do you know the scene in Drive with Ryan Gosling?
Yeah.
And he's in the lift with the woman and the guy who he knows is about to attack him. And he just knows this is the last moment that the woman will know him not as a instrument of violence.
Yep.
And he kisses her very gently and turns around and he hits the guy
Hammer.
with a hammer and then he stomps in the guy's head until it's just red mush.
You'd like to do it to Dan Wooten?
Yeah.
I just haven't met him yet.
Very exciting time. We got
We're two guys reviewing tattoos. We're gonna Google image searching and we'll choose if it's tattoo woohoo, a tattoo boo. We're judging the ink, yeah, that's what we'll do.
Boosty face that makes go way back. Take the design, is it bad or just fine?
Oh
no!
I was bumping.
I know I was going to do
close. I was
bits.
too into it. You do the lyrics.
Tattoo woohoo or tattoo boohoo. Yeah.
That was so good, then we fucked it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please
Thank
tip the
you.
waist there. Thank you.
Round for the Papini sisters.
Try the fish.
Okay.
What the fuck? This is one of the lowest
did
reses.
it.
This guy. So for anyone listening, what we have here, it looks like a meme.
It's not a meme.
This isn't the tattoo, I'm assuming. The words, that's a caption.
That's a caption.
This is-
This is the tattoo.
Okay, so what we see here in... So when you go on YouTube, you can click on the settings of the what quality you want your video.
1080p.
1080p.
720p.
This is down in, I think we're in 20p territory, okay?
Fucking pay you 20p, you shut the fuck up.
Oh, I'd love you to. I'd love to make some money off this podcast.
Come on, we get 180 subs.
There you go. Here's £1. Okay, I'm not going to shut the fuck
That's
up.
5 shut the fuck up.
I'm going to continue to make fun of this bad picture. So do you know what this says?
Yeah.
Right?
Noda.
Noda. It says
In
Noda.
reverse.
He's got no dad.
So it's flipped.
Right. So it's Adam.
This is the names of his children. So I'm guessing it's Noda,
Noah.
Noah, Elaine,
Right.
Elias, Vega.
Vega.
Vega, like the Street Fighter guy
Yeah.
with the claws.
Yep.
And then that's Kilo.
These Nepo babies, man. I can't believe Vega's dad is Michael Bublé.
First time I seen Blanca electrify himself and fry those claws off that little Spanish freak, I was like, I know his dad's somebody.
So he's
Michael
got his
Bublé.
4 children tattooed on his arm, basically.
Yeah, Vega, Elaine, Noah, and now Klebo.
What? Cleo?
Klebo.
Klebo. What do you think of getting your children's names
Here's
on
my
your
rule.
arm?
Here's my rule.
Yep.
So when it comes to names,
Mm-hmm.
never until they're dead.
Right.
Never get your children's names tattooed until they've died because you don't know what they're going to do. One of these kids could suicide bomb Canada
Right.
or another country.
For what cause? Christmas?
How many causes are out there right now, man? So
Yeah,
many.
there's a lot.
Fuck. I'm ready to do a fucking suicide attack half the time.
The fucking woke police.
The fucking woke police won't even let you strap a bomb in your body and run into a building.
Blow up the woke police, man. I'm going to get them.
HQ.
This is, I mean, it speaks to the basic nature of Bublé, doesn't it?
Yes.
But he has a basic tattoo for a basic guy. It's
But
a
I'll tell you
basic
what,
album.
he's sitting with his Argentinian wife,
Mm-hmm.
and she doesn't speak English.
I think she does.
She doesn't.
What?
Have you not heard the story?
This would be the perfect time to tell the story.
When they were going out, he was just like, she thought he was gay, and she was phoning up her family going, I met this beautiful man, but he's gay. That's how he
He's
tells
like,
it.
Santa buddy,
Santa buddy.
I don't want to suck your cock today. I like titties and pussy. So
I
come
like
on over here,
cars.
my wife.
Yeah. So that's why he was doing all that stupid shit. It was to convince this Argentinian woman. Let's face it, Argentine, very right wing country
Right.
right now.
Is it?
With that wee guy.
Mm.
You know that guy?
Mhm.
With the razor light hair and the eyes of an Irish drunk?
As an Irish drunk.
Well, he does have your eyes. But the hair of like a madman.
Yeah.
Have you seen the new Icelandic fascist prime minister?
Right.
Crazy hair.
Is it
I've
on
really
Iceland?
been thinking about fascist.
Right,
hair.
yeah, I'm picking up on that.
Um,
So
what's up, boohoo?
it's a big boo. I think one of his children was really sick, maybe, and he sort of announced
I
a
forgot.
retirement because, like, I think
They've recovered.
they have recovered, but
I
they
was-
had like
I
a
was-
rare type of cancer or something. I think.
They had liver cancer.
Yeah.
I was looking into it and I was thinking, I don't know if I can make fun of this guy if he's retired because his kid has liver cancer. Full recovery. so
Full
it's fine.
recovery. So let's make fun of this freak.
Yeah.
He's got 4 lame tattoos of his children.
I just think kids' names, it's like, you're not going to forget your kids' names. You don't need to be reminded.
But people don't get tattoos to be reminded of stuff. You
Some
know?
of them do. Have you seen the film Memento?
That's yeah.
That's what that film's about.
I can't argue with that logic. That's 100% what that film is about.
If you haven't seen it,
It
you
is
should,
not real though. I should say
Huh?
that's not
I
real.
thought it was a documentary.
No, Guy Pearce. He's Australian. Probably eating a salad on Christmas
Who
Day.
is
like
the
a
guy
freak.
who plays Ralphie in
Oh.
Sopranos, who's in Memento and he's in the Matrix?
He's
What happened
Mouse.
to him?
No, he's not Mouse in the Matrix. He's the other guy.
He's the horrible Cyrex or something.
Yeah.
It's like the lip
He's
balm.
the traitor in the Matrix.
Yeah.
Lenny. That's what he says in.
Steak.
That's what he says in Memento. Great movie. With Christopher Nolan's
Great actor. What's his
early
name?
work. Should we look it
Get
up?
him on as a guest. We can talk about talk about something.
Memento Memento cast. There you go. His name is Joe Pantoliano.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds like a made-up Italian name.
Joe Pupini.
Hey, Joe Pui Pantoliano.
What's he been doing recently? I've not seen him in anything.
Anyway,
Anyway,
of course he was in The Sopranos, wasn't he? I don't know if how far you are into
I
your
just
Sopranos.
said he
watch.
was Ralphie in the Sopranos.
Oh, so you did, Ralphie.
Don't tell what happens to him. We're not there yet. I'm sure he gets shot. Can we get the next tattoo? Okay, so what do you think about this one? Not great res, admittedly. So this isn't him. This is a fan. Got this tattoo.
What the fuck is this? What the
This
fuck
is-
is this?
At a live show, she said to him, I've got a tattoo to show you. And he put this up. And this is her breast.
Right.
And this is her arm. So she's got breast tattoos or back.
Chest tattoo. That's a chest tattoo.
Is it? It could be back.
No, that's her chest, you
Right.
dickhead. Since when do backs have tits? Look at that. What are you talking about? Now, tell me what this tattoo is, because it looks like Fred
do you
Durst
think
putting a
it-
cucumber in his mouth.
Well, all right. Put the next one in. That's Michael Buble eating corn.
Wait, so she has a tattoo of Michael Buble eating corn?
Deep throat in a cob.
Can we go back to the tattoo? If that's what it is, that is amazing.
You like it?
That's so good. That's so funny and cool.
But people don't know. People don't know. And then you think it's Fred Durst.
But that's because it's in 20p.
Got Gawkin compilation.
I think that
Compilation?
if someone told me that they were getting a Michael Bublé eating, like deep throating a corn cob tattoo, I would just be like, that fucking rips.
What if it was your mum?
She's never had a tattoo.
What if our first one was Michael Buble eating corn?
I'd have some questions.
Yeah.
About her mental health.
Well, you need to look at other
Because
people
it's
and
like
go,
a
what if
very,
they
it's
were
kind
my
of a
mum?
very funny online sort of thing. Like
That's her
whoever's-
flesh. God gave her that flesh.
that she's very funny.
She's
And-
funny.
Yes, and she's cool, and I like it. That is a woohoo from me. That's so funny.
You need to have...
That is so on brand for this podcast.
Put up the corn picture again.
Of course, look, she got a meme tattooed on it. That's so good.
Here's what I think. I love corn.
The band.
No. Well, partly. But I love corn on the cob. That's my Nando's order. What's your Nando's order? Sides-wise.
It's changed recently.
Oh, yeah?
I was always a fries guy for life.
With the salt?
Maybe a bit of spice with the peri peri salt. Thank you. I once called it peri peri powder, and the woman laughed at me. She said, "I've never heard anyone call it that before."
She should watch more Stephen Buchanan. Stand up.
Does he call it powder?
He has the
He calls it spicy dust.
Oh, yeah, shit.
Different thing.
Peri peri powder.
Peri peri powder. Anyway, but recently I've had to give up the fries because I'm trying to lose a bit of weight. So currently getting mashed potato and broccoli.
That's not better. It's not potato.
You don't think mashed potato is less calories than fries,
Butter.
brother?
Are you joking?
No, brother. Look at Nando's actually print the calories next to each thing, and mashed potato is way less calories than fries.
Do you know what I get now when I'm trying to lose weight?
A big hard on.
Yes. No, I get broccoli and corn.
Yeah,
I'm a corn guy.
yeah. So would you
Can
get
you?
this tattooed?
I just want to get awareness out for your illness.
Right.
Can you still eat corn?
Well, it depends what.
Because it was never part of the digestive system, really, was it?
I don't like corn.
What?
Yeah, I'm not into it at all. In fact, I hate the taste of
Loose
it.
and cob?
What Lou Sanders?
What? Loose and cobbed.
I don't like it. In fact, when I used to get the hell ramen from Maki Ramen, I used to say, no, don't put corn in this, because sometimes they would put corn in it.
Yeah.
Because I hate the taste of it so much.
That's great. It doesn't taste like it. Tastes like popcorn.
I hate when people say it doesn't taste like anything. People say it's about cucumber. I'm like, well, why are you eating it then if it doesn't taste like anything?
Cucumber does taste like something.
You fucking idiots.
Tastes like green water.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, don't get me started on the
I
cucumber
hate
water.
cucumber. I see people with cucumber water. I'm like, shut up.
Yeah, you go to a coffee shop, you're like, hey, can I get some water? They're like, oh, we actually have a thing over there.
shut up.
And there's a big fucking cucumber that's been deep-throated by Michael Buble sat in there. And then you can only have cucumber water. I don't want your cucumber water. I want plain, beautiful Scottish tap water.
We've been drowning big dicks over there. If you want to drink some of that juice.
Fuck your cucumbers. Fuck your lemons. Fuck your limes. Just give me a glass of water and let me live.
Tell you what though, I had watermelon water recently and it was divine.
I just want water. Just
No,
give me
I
the
know,
option.
I know. I want water as well.
Just give me the option.
I want water as well.
It doesn't sound like you
but the
do.
watermelon was good. It was like watermelon and mint or something.
This is a cool tattoo.
That's not a
it's-
tattoo. That's a guide.
It's a massive, it's a massive woohoo from me. I love it.
Right.
Good luck to you, crazy bitch. That's fucking
Good
crazy.
luck to you
That's
out
a
there.
crazy thing to get tattooed. It's so cool. What do you think of this album?
I forgot to mention. Okay, 2 notes I had this week. Granddad, covered that.
This is the extent of your notes for this podcast. It's the 2 words, Granddad and what else?
X-Files.
X-Files.
Do you know Michael Buble was a guest star?
Wow.
Not a guest star. He was an extra before he was famous on 2 episodes of the X-Files, and they're actually very important episodes when it comes to the X-Files mythos. They are the black oil episodes.
Right. I've never
Yeah.
seen an episode of the X-Files.
What do you think happens in it?
I think Mulder and Scully,
To who are
they're like alien police.
okay? What happens?
Each week they investigate a different supernatural sort of science fiction-y going on. Like perhaps there's a bit of debris from the sky has landed in a fucking high school somewhere.
Debris from the sky?
Well,
Like
yeah.
a comet?
What? Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's a bit of a landing ship. People don't know. This is my guess. A ship that lands. A spaceship.
Yeah.
Is that-
Mothership or something?
Is that along the right lines?
It's usually like, oh, a man can split into 2 men and run around. And
Right.
then they go investigate aliens.
Right. So it's like Doctor Who, basically.
I wouldn't say it was like Doctor Who. Come on. It's Doctor Who for people whose genitals work.
Right. Okay. Yep.
That's the best thing I've ever said.
The Sex Files.
Oh, but dude. That is such a sexy program.
Is it?
Yeah.
Um,
She's hot. He's hot.
Did they fuck?
Never.
Right.
But sometimes someone will take. Sometimes someone will take over the other person's body.
Right.
And like that happens twice actually.
And then seduce the other one.
Yeah, that happens like 2 or 3 times.
Imagine that happened to us.
No.
If I'm ever trying to seduce you, it's because I've had my brain taken over by an alien.
Possessed by an alien.
I don't actually want to fucking kiss you.
You come into the studio going, yip, 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 yip.
You're like, whoa, this guy's ready to fuck. Okay. Anything else you want to say about Michael Buble? Okay, stop it. You're trying to seduce me and I don't like it. Whoa, okay.
Fucking, that's my impression of Michael Bublé's granddad.
Okay, this album is bearable when Michael Bublé is just singing the canonized Christmas crooner hits.
Do you think there's a version of this, like an EP version, where it's like 6 tracks long and it's just banger after banger, and you could genuinely say not only did you enjoy it, but it's a good record?
I would say good record because they are all just sort of pretty milquetoast covers, aren't they? There's nothing to them.
In the canon of croonerism, though, Frank Sinatra never wrote his own songs.
In terms of, I do think there's probably a 6 or 7 song version of this that just has, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas and, Silent Night and a few other things on it that you go, okay, Michael, not for me, but fair enough. Mums are fucking getting wet all over the country to this stuff, so enjoy it.
The MILFs of the nation.
The MILFs of the nation.
Uninterested.
They deserve Christmas too.
No,
okay?
they don't care.
They
MILFs don't care.
MILFs don't care.
Mums care.
But when he's singing with anything that is not, crooner coded, it's pretty bad. That's what I say. However, it put me in the Christmas spirit. I'm ready to go buy gifts and receive gifts and walk around Christmas markets and pay £12 for a big sausage.
That is so full of hot oil that when you bite into the sausage, just hot oil spurts into the roof of your mouth and just scalds it. You can't taste anything for days.
All I want is hot oil spurting into the roof of my mouth and then a picture of it to go viral and then some fucking crazy woman to get that tattooed on her arm.
Yes, please.
I am going to invoke the Enjoy an Album veto in terms of adding songs from this album to the playlist.
You said you enjoyed that.
But I don't want it on the playlist. I don't want to be listening to the playlist, which you never listen to, so you don't really get a say
I've been
here.
listening to it recently.
Okay. Do you really want to be listening to this at the height of June and have Michael Bublé singing Silent Night? You don't want that in your life. Come on, let's be serious.
No.
So we can put other songs on the playlist, but not from this album this week, I think. It's a fair enough.
Right. I was listening to the playlist recently and Dirty Lights. Ugly Lights by Miranda Lambert came on.
Great song.
Rips.
A great song. The playlist is fantastic. It's updated by Mega Slippers. We love him.
J Howlett on Apple Music.
And we encourage you to listen to it, put on shuffle. There's literally like 80 hours worth of music on there now.
More. Hundreds.
And it's all bangers.
Yeah.
And Rude Box.
Which we didn't pick. That's
I'm going to put on Can't Do Without You by Caribou.
Yeah.
I can't do without you, 'cause you're the only one I ever want. A beautiful electronic song, the crescendo, genuinely gives me goosebumps. What song you put on the playlist, Chris?
Okay, so my partner has a Christmas playlist.
Right.
And I stuck this on last night and she was like, oh my God, all these songs are on my playlist. And I was like, where'd you keep your playlist?
Well, of course they're all on this playlist.
Do you know
These are all like standard Christmas songs. Oh my God, I've heard all of these Christmas songs before. What are you talking about?
But
whoa, did this guy write Silent Night?
if you think I'm crazy for having Apple Music, guess what platform Sam uses?
Oh, Deezer.
No, it's not Deezer. Sam uses Amazon Music.
No one uses Amazon Music.
Look at that. She's on
What
Amazon.
the fuck is going on there?
Yeah.
Bro, listen, not to be misogynistic, but you need to sort your woman out.
That is misogynistic.
Yeah, but it's funny to say.
No, I don't. She likes it. It's
Okay.
handy. It's not handy. It's one of the least handy.
It's bad. The UI is dreadful on that. Come on.
We've only ever had the cool.
You're an Apple and Amazon Music household. What the fuck, bro?
We love conglomerates. So she look at that, the full Bette Midler Christmas album she's got in there.
She's a big bet head.
Yeah, she's a bit head. But and she's got all the Michael Buble hits.
She's Bet 365.
She's got. I just want to clarify, my life partner is not Bet 365. Bet on that.
Open play, Bette Midler. Gamble now.
Gamble now, it's your future. Yeah, and one thing that we listened to when she was like, "Oh, what about these other Christmas songs?" One song last night that I thought was an absolute banger. One More Sleep Till Christmas by Kermit the Frog.
Okay,
so we're going to stick Kermit the Frog's Christmas song.
You know what? Kermit is canonized within the podcast, so that's okay.
Would I be able to put a Michael Bublé song on that's not from this record?
No, I don't think so. You're so Kermit affiliated that I shared a picture of Kermit yesterday on my Instagram feed, and I was worried that you would think I was stealing your thing.
People do the CMB as you wear thing all the time. Life doesn't get much better than this. I have so many catchphrases.
Yeah. You're like Peter Kay or something.
I'm like fucking Little Britain.
Yeah.
A one-man Little Britain. Put that in my fridge poster.
One man, Little Britain. I mainly with the blacking up.
One little man Britain.
And that brings us to the end of this. Did you enjoy it, Al? Too much dead air. There. Come on.
People say that podcasts can't have dead air.
What? Yes, they can.
They're allowed. It's radio. You're not allowed to have dead air.
Right, but either way, we can't have silence.
You don't think people want to hear me think?
No, I know they don't.
What I'll say is I was curling one out on the couch last night
Yes.
with the...
With Bay.
What I'll say is, did I enjoy this album on the train here listening to it? No. Did I enjoy the Fireplace YouTube version of it, where you full screen your YouTube on your laptop and you got a little roaring fire and it plays this whole album and you're sitting...
It gave you the effect of a Hugo in the house.
A Hugo?
Hugo.
And I was huged up.
You was huged up. Big
Curling
time.
one out. Dookie in my jeans.
You did big dookie with Bay.
And that was...
It was a magical moment.
It was nice.
Yeah.
And it was just celebrating Christmas.
So I'm going to say we enjoy Christmas, but not necessarily this music.
But this music is Christmas.
Yeah, that's the contradiction.
So are you a woman, a paedophile, or a child? I'm going for child, personally.
I'm going to say a little bit of each one. Just a little bit of each.
There's a little bit of each
Just
and all of
a
us.
little touch of all three in my heart. Let's be real, you know?
Let's be real.
Apart from the pedo.
Yeah.
But everyone else.
In a wee bit.
Dearest album enjoyer, we wish you a Merry Christmas. If
This
you can even
episode-
say that anymore. If you,
Happy holidays.
Probably illegal to say Merry Christmas. Thanks
They'll
to the,
fucking lock you up and throw you in jail.
they'll absolutely they'll cut your throat just for saying anything merry these days. But we're not afraid of them, so we're gonna say Merry Christmas to you. Don't listen to Michael Buble. I'm not gonna listen to this again, but I will put on that Charlie Brown Christmas album that we covered last year.
Yeah, I've still got that on the peppermint vinyl.
I've got that on a delicious vinyl as well. So that's gonna be.
Bop Shop Test.
No, I'm not buying. It's not in the bop shop. There's no Michael Bublé vinyls in existence because it's purely for mums. Mums don't buy vinyls. Not to be misogynistic, but sorry, but that's true.
Some mums do. Is this emo? No.
No.
Those YouTube comments were emo, but this isn't.
Yeah, the YouTube comments, there was loads of people saying, my father died this year. This was his favorite song, so we played this at his funeral. There was a lot of that.
My father used to dress up as Santa Claus and come down the chimney. He got stuck one year and died inside the chimney.
My father used to suck off Tony Soprano in order to give me some stage time, and I'll always thank him for that.
My grandpappy used to give out suck jobs on the wet tiled floor.
My father was a toolmaker.
My father was a toolmaker. I'm Adam Curtis and Keir Starmer. In 1997,
Enjoy
Santa Claus had
a
batteries
Christmas
thrown at him at the
from
Philadelphia
us,
Day Parade.
At Enjoy
To
an
fully
Album.
understand why Santa Claus was having
We
batteries
hope
thrown at him, you have to go back to
you have a
17th century
wonderful
France,
festive
when
period.
Napoleon was not getting sucked off by Josephine. Because Josephine was Saddam
Can
Hussein.
we just like put some sleigh bells over this and just fade it out? Have a Merry Christmas! Oh!
peace and love in the new millennium. But to fully understand why I say that.
That's enough. Bye.
Merry Christmas.